Hey, Nichole Huntsman, astrologer from moderncosmic.com. Very quick little tutorial for those of you who are trying to locate Mercury retrograde. Where is it? In Virgo. So what you're going to do is head over to a website such as astro.com. It's a free website. Really great resource for those of you who are students of astrology. I am currently not logged in. I actually have an account with them, but we're going to log in as a guest user. I'm going to show you how to do that. So click on free horoscopes, click on the drop down. It's going to pull up, come over here to extended chart selection. You can even do just natal chart. Let's just do natal chart ascendant. So we're a guest user. We're going to go here very quickly just to enter in birth data. What's your name, last name, all the good stuff. Birth date, very important. Birth time. You can't get the houses without the birth time, so you have to have accurate birth time. If it's from your mom, she's probably wrong. 8 out of 10, I would say, are wrong. Get it off of your birth certificate if you want this to be accurate. Your moon won't be correct, neither will your houses, neither will your angles. I mean, there's a lot of information that comes from your birth. The birth time is very important, okay? So we've drawn up a little chart. With astro.com, they use the Plastis house system. So that is significant, and it matters if you're someone who has planets close to cusps. Okay, so let's give you a very quick rundown of what we're looking at. This is a birth chart. This is my birth chart. Earth in the middle. Right here is to be like the North Pole. We're looking down, okay, at the Earth. And these pie-shaped pieces all around, there are 12 of them, starting with Aries for everybody. This is always the first house for everyone. It's always the Aries first house. That is the natural ruler of this house, inhabitant. As you move around, we go in order through the zodiac and we end up with Pisces. Now you'll notice around the edges, if you know any of the zodiac signs, this is actually Virgo and this is Leo. Okay, so that's not Aries, right? These are what are known as these are the accidental signs of each house, okay? Virgo right here is what we're looking for. You need to locate this little green symbol that looks like an M with a sort of a P on it. Okay, that's the symbol for Virgo. Find where it's located. Each of these pie-shaped sections of the 360 degrees of the circle are divided up into about 30 degrees. Did you know that there's no such thing as an exact 360 degree circle? Fascinating. Anyway, so these 30 degrees of Virgo are going to be what you're looking for. And in particular, everything moves counterclockwise. Okay, everything moves in this direction. So this is going to be 0 degrees of Virgo through to 29 degrees of Virgo, and then some, and then moving into 0 degrees of Libra. All right, Libra. Look for this. Transiting Mercury. Unfortunately, I should have done the other. Let's do this. Let's go back to extended chart selection. We want to be able to do the transits. So I'm just going to pull up a natal chart wheel through the extended chart selection. I didn't do anything other than I just went to that page and clicked on create chart. So with this option, you're able to lay down the transits. So these green planets on the outside, these are where all of the current planets are in the sky, and planetary points and asteroids and whatnot. Nodes of the moon and the asteroid Chiron. These are the default points that astro.com always puts up for you. All you need to look for is this. This is Mercury. Looks sort of like Venus, but with little horns. Okay, that's Mercury. Look at where it falls. It's going to be landing somewhere here in Virgo. Today, it's going to be right at around 29, 28 degrees or so. You can see down here, actually, 28. And it's moving backwards. It's retrograde. So with this particular Plastis house system, for me, Mercury retrograde spends more time here in my second house. When I prefer the Porphyry house system. It's with me, with forecasting, I found it to be much more accurate than the Plastis house system. When you're looking at just personality, when you're reading a birth chart for personality, I find the difference between the two to be sort of negligible, or to me, because of the progressions of the planets, the fact that Mercury, for me, when I was very little, it would have moved here into the second house, fairly shortly after the progressed Mercury would have moved into my second house when I was still just a little guy, little toddler. So either way, there are going to be crossover You know, so at any rate, we're not going to get into houses right now. It's a big controversial topic for a lot of people. Personally, I just find I use what works, and for me, the porphyry house system works. So the porphyry house system, just to explain it, the angles stay the same. So ascendant, descendant for me still stays at 27 degrees of Leo and Aquarius. ICMC still stay at 19 degrees of Scorpio, Taurus. We just have each quadrant, that's quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4, the houses, instead of being unevenly divided, see how these are different, this is smaller than this one, house 1 is smaller than house 3. The porphyry house system, it just divides them up evenly. That's it. It divides each quadrant, the 3 houses will be divided up evenly amongst themselves. And of course, they'll mirror the houses across from them. So that's just my little spiel. Mercury retrograde, if you want to know where it's falling, if you listen to the video that has to do with Mercury retrograde, this will give you a little bit of insight about kind of how it's affecting you. If you want to take this one step further, you can then look at, for example, where your natal Mercury is located. This Mercury retrograde is in Virgo. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Okay, so look at your natal Mercury. Mine is in the first house. I've mentioned this in my video. I have had more of a focus on this idea of purifying the body, letting go, just simplifying, getting rid of toxins, getting rid of things that are no good for me, introducing into my space things that are more holistic and sort of bring me back to, it's almost like treating my body as though it's a temple. So Virgo has a highly devotional religious quality to it. Virgo is about service. Virgo is even an archetype that has to do with issues of guilt, issues of feeling like there's an ideal and we are not quite there. And it's that space between that Virgo tries to navigate. And Virgo is also very much about systems, because systems are understanding how things all work to one another, being cogs in the machine. So understanding systems, that's why a lot of times people who love astrology have strong Virgo in their charts. So, all right, I hope this was helpful. If you have questions, let me know, and take care. Okay, bye-bye.